Normally I would have made my bed, but you know what? I've stopped caring. And girlfriend ain't got time for that. I went to New York and Boston in particular, to my cousin's wedding. And because my other cousin, his sister, lived in New York, I decided, okay, I'm going to go to New York for a few days and see Hamilton while I'm there. Basically, if you haven't heard about Hamilton, where have you been? It has been the hype of the cultural sector in the United States and in the UK. It's just a big deal. This is my honest to God review of Hamilton, and I'm gonna start out with my favorite things about it. I had a great seat. I bought my tickets in around October for May. They were the cheapest tickets on sale, but because most of the tickets were on resale, they were originally one of the more expensive tickets when the tickets would have originally gone on sale. So it was an almost center orchestra seat. It was a little bit farther back to be center orchestra, but it was a great spot. I could see everything, didn't have any problems. The women in this cast outshine the men by 110%. I particularly love vocal female voices because I am a vocalist and I've always been drawn to musicals that are female vocal heavy and those type things, which Hamilton is obviously not. The entire sequence of Satisfied and Helpless, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry, but Satisfied and Helpless in this thing that is Hamilton, it killed me, you guys. It was so good. It was such a surprise. I wasn't expecting this to be my favorite part of the entire thing. There's a reason that the choreographer won the Tony for the choreography for this. I don't know their name. It was just so seamless and so beautiful, and it really just pulled you in. I loved all of the little bits of homage, I suppose, to Les Mis and to other musicals. This is a thing that Lin-Manuel does, particularly Hurricane and what's his face's song when he jumps into the river in Les Mis. You know what I'm talking about. And I just enjoyed it overall because it's Hamilton and I have been so obsessed. Why is there... Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear this right now? I'm trying to make a video. Ice Cream Man. Now on to the bad things that I didn't like. Number one, Lin-Manuel's voice. We all can agree that he doesn't have the best voice in the world. If I was Lin-Manuel and I was writing these amazing musicals, I'd want to be in my own musical as well. Like, I totally understand that. It's fun to see him because he's Lin-Manuel, you know, but he's not a singer. He's a writer and a rapper, you guys. Just remember that. The choral parts weren't great. So one thing about the choreography is that a lot of the choreography has the ensemble separated on the scene. So whether or not they're like up in the balcony or they're along the sides, they're not usually in a like strong combined group, it's pretty essential and important for choral groups because it helps blend the sound and makes it stronger. I come from a choral background, so I particularly like choral pieces. For instance, in Les Mis, At the End of the Day, which is one of the first songs in the entire musical, is my favorite song, as well as One Day More, and these like huge choral pieces that are just like swelling and loud and strong. I just love it. And you get that in the recording of Hamilton, but you don't get it on the stage version. And I understand that because recording and stage are different. One is live, one is highly edited and produced, but you can still make that sound on a live stage, and it wasn't there for me, and those are my favorite parts of the entire musical, and they were so weak musically that I walked away going, ugh, you know. One thing to mention about the theater, Hamilton is at the Richard Rogers Theater, just down the street from Times Square, not too far, is that I don't know what the policy is at this place. It's obviously not a normal theater policy. So normal theater policy is that when a show begins, the doors are locked. It doesn't matter how much you paid for your ticket. If you are not there on time, you don't get into the theater because it's distracting to the players, it's distracting to the audience, and it's just rude. Why would you come late to something? That's not how it is at the Richard Rogers Theater, or at least for Hamilton. if you are in the bathroom or if you're 5 minutes late and the show is already started, you can walk into the theater. Why would you let this, Lynn? Why? I get it. People are paying like thousands of dollars for this. But nah. I was not happy. There was, at least in my showing, like 7 people who came in after the doors and lights were off. That's not okay. Not okay. I hope I don't make this too negative. I don't want it to be too negative. I really enjoyed it, you guys. I cried like a baby. I left so happy that I had gotten this experience, that I had gotten to see most of the original cast. It was something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. It is an amazing show. The amazingness behind it is the writing and the story and the moral and the lessons learned and how it is so relatable to today and the use of people of color. These are all the wonderful good things. My biggest thing with it was that I think I listened to it one too many times. I listened to this backwards and forwards so many times. And I think I would have enjoyed it more if I hadn't done that. Hadn't gone in not knowing it, because I prefer knowing music before going to see any kind of show, bands, club. I have more fun when I know the music. I think it's because I'm a musical person. I connect really well to melodies that I know and understand and can analyze and all of those things. A little story to end this super long video is that I went and saw Funny Girl with my aunt and uncle when they were in London. And I knew Funny Girl. I knew some of the songs. I'd seen the movie. I love Barbra Streisand. But I didn't know it backwards and forwards like I know Hamilton. And to be honest, I enjoyed seeing Funny Girl more. I felt more involved and connected and absorbed into the music. And I think it's just because I was experiencing new things. So if you guys have reviews about Hamilton and you've seen the show and you want to see your honest reviews, leave them down in the comments below. Or if you just have general comments about what it's like to know a musical and then seeing the show, or seeing a show without knowing the music at all, those would be totally welcome. This is a conversation that I really will enjoy having.